Source Solutions LLP, and Mr. Sharath M Nair, the Operations Center Manager of Tata ELXSI. So these are organizations from Kozhikode, and they are going to share their success stories, and I think that will be pretty useful for all of you over here. So Mr. Shilen, the stage is all yours. Thank you. We have Mr. Suhail as well.
Thank you, all of you. And I know that this is going to be a tough session. You know, the time, the food, and the sleep. Okay, I think we have got, so we'll try to make this as entertaining as possible. So we have got all this four distinguished people here, entrepreneurs, and one person is an intrapreneur. So let me take the time to introduce them. Okay. So Suhail is the CEO of Nucore, which is based in Calicut, and so this business is in the travel domain. So I had known Suhail for many years now. So so the thing is, he has got a very interesting story to say about how he got into this bandwagon of being an entrepreneur, into a very successful business. International business. Okay, so as I've been discussing with them, to create a product startup and to sustain it is not a simple task. You know, there are so many variables which is involved, and unless all those variables gets into unison, it will be difficult to sustain that. Okay, so Suhail, welcome here. So the next is Sharath. Sharath is more of an intrapreneur. So he has worked in several companies in telecom area, and then he is now part of Tata ELXSI, and in the process of scaling up Tata ELXSI to the next level. And I call you more of an intrapreneur, okay, because there are people who are inside the company and then, you know, and you do that, okay, and he is a native of Calicut. So welcome, Sharath.
Thank you, Shilen.
Yeah. Then we have Ameen Islahi, Director of Infinite Open Source Solutions. So Ameen has led Infinite Open Source across Cyberpark. So he has started small in an incubator in NIT Calicut, and then so right now he has got his team in Cyberpark, okay, and is a major force in the region in services in across custom applications, mobile apps, web design, etc. So welcome, Ameen.
Thank you, sir.
And I have Deepak. So Deepak, I know his company which is called Bapte, okay, and I think your company has a new name, okay. Cyber Square. So, so he's in the process of rebranding the company and himself. You know that, I was telling a very interesting story about rebranding, which happened in my life. Okay, and it's not a simple thing to do that. So, welcome, Deepak, for this discussion. So let me start the discussion. And first of all, I'm thankful to all of you, because you are the guys from Calicut, and who have gone out, and you have decided to take the brave plunge and do something on your own. So it is a very risky thing, and these are the people who are going to make Calicut a difference in terms of the entrepreneurship culture, because these small companies are something which can grow big, okay, and they are the people who are going to be more deep-rooted to the culture here. So Suhail, how did you get into this, how did you, did your wife allow you to do this thing?
Thanks, Shilen. First of all, my apology to the organizers as well as the audience for these 3-4 minutes, which was quite unexpected. Sorry for that. And Shilen has asked, as he's mentioned, we are small in terms of size, and we are maybe in that dimension of growth, we are still small. But in the dimension of sustainable, making the company sustainable for long years, and establishing an impact in 43 plus countries in travel technology and airline domain, that's a great thing which I feel. And that's the reason why I agreed for this panel discussion, so that people should know that both dimensions of a company, because in that aspect, during our early stage, we are actually a classmate startup, actually college startup, myself and from NIT Calicut. And as Shilen told, Islahi also is from the same incubator. We came from the same incubator, but yes, incubator facility was there, but we didn't know what all this startup ecosystem, what are the things related to have a successful startup, and what are the kind of analysis we should do before getting into a venture. Those kind of awareness we didn't have, and that really helped us to start something courageously. That was the first learning I had, because if you look at now, starting something is something very easy in terms of the ecosystem and support we are having from government and non-government and companies who are already successful. There is a very good kind of network available. But during our stage, that was not. Still, we got into a venture without realizing where we should focus. But the only thing we had was a passion to start. So we, three classmates together started, and initially we were not sure about where to focus. But fortunately, there will be some reasons always when we stick on to one industry, which was fortunately travel. Travel, as you know, one of the world's fastest growing industry. Every year, its GDP worldwide, it is growing fast. And in that, we got stuck, or we can say we are stuck initially, but then we realized we are in a large world where we have a lot of things to do. And that, what we did is, we focused on solving the problem with customer-centric approach. All the three founders were purely on technology and solution-centric, not about the scaling and growth kind of things. At least to that, as a solution to that, in 2009, we got one of the experienced director, as a fourth director joining us. He was actually a CIO of the Doha Bank. We pitched him for some solution. Later, he came, we brought him as an investor to us. And from there, we started thinking about strategy and approach into the solutions. But still, we are yet to go a long way in terms of a product in its growth trajectory. But otherwise, the starting support which received from the NIT campus, from the incubator, and the passion together actually ignited this startup, this thing in our mind. And a lot of struggles we had. I don't want to say all the struggle here, but as he mentioned, a different dimension when you run a product company, we should always have that the passion of solving a problem instead of selling some commodity. So that actually gave us a lot of real insights into the gaps available in the travel industry. And this is where we actually dominated our competitors who were already there in the market for a long time. But the customer-centric approach and living with the customer approach actually gave us a edge that most of the solutions, we have created a new domain to that area where we are helping the travel agents to grow by revolutionary way of doing their business and helping them to focus on their growth. So such a propositioning actually gave us a very good edge. Now we are yet to take the advantage of that proposition into a scalable system, because which is a universally acceptable solution. But sitting in Kozhikode, our thinking in that level is yet to come, and we are trying to get that kind of exposure from the ecosystem partners here and the vibrant community like CAFIT and City and even GTech, we are part of that. So those kind of next level, we are in that journey of next level. Thank you.
Thank you, Suhail. Sharath, the next question to you.
Yes, Shilen.
So the thing is, I know that Tata ELXSI is in different tier 1 locations. I think there is a big center in Pune, I think, you know, the Pune, Bangalore, Chennai, and also in Trivandrum, you know, you have got a pretty large operation, okay. So you have started in Cochin, and what I heard from your CEO, that, you know, you are going to do a significant scale up in Calicut, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So in that perspective, so you have started this journey. How is the talent situation in Calicut, and what is the strategy? Because one of the things which every company, you know, when you're getting because I would consider Tata ELXSI as an anchor customer company for Calicut, you know, and Cubus is also there. These are the two big companies here. So what is your assessment about, you know, the current talent situation, and how are you going to get the talent both at the senior level, management level, a senior technical level, and you know, and the junior level?
Thank you, Shilen. Answering that question, we are a service-based organization predominantly. 95% of our business comes from services. So 60% of our cost goes to the talents. Okay. So that means talent is what we rely on for our sustainable growth. Coming to Kozhikode, there were many certainties, many uncertainties, because it is a different cup of tea. We never moved out of tier 1 or metro cities. So specifically the question is to the talent. I will come to talent straight away. First of all, coming to the 3 layers, I will start with the top layer. Top layer, definitely we are into deep technology niche area of development research area, commercial research, which for today we cannot find in Kozhikode. But fortunate thing is that there are many Kozhikodeans who are working in across the globe, maybe it Australia, Singapore, Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai, wherever it is, including me. We always wanted to come back to Kozhikode. But the opportunities was restricted to come back to Kozhikode as a technology expert. So that is the time when Tata ELXSI, coming to my case itself, I know, even though I grew up in this city seeing Kamat sir and everyone, I never got an opportunity to work in Kozhikode. I had to struggle across India for a job. So that is when the Tata ELXSI, all the people, Malabar Chamber of Commerce, Uralunga Cyber Park, they're pulling Tata ELXSI to Kozhikode. That is how we getting an opportunity, myself coming to Kozhikode. So like me, at the top level, at least 90-95% of top level who are leading my team in Kozhikode, our team in Kozhikode, are homecomers, either from Germany, Benz, or Continental from Singapore, or many companies across India. That is at the top level. Same with the middle level. These are people mainly transfer from other centers of Tata ELXSI, say Bangalore, Pune, Trivandrum, whose base location is into Malabar. So these are the people who again belongs to the primary category, who had no opportunity to be around Kozhikode or Malabar area. I will say Malabar. Let me expand to that to Malabar. 90% of that category also belongs to Malabar, and they got an opportunity, came back. Coming to the biggest level, which is the entry level. Any organization, the thickness lies at the entry level. And at least 40, 50, 55% of our strength lies there. Good thing is that we have 5 engineering colleges, government engineering colleges, apart from NIT, IIM, then lot of quality engineering private institutes here. So there is no scarcity of raw talent pool in Kozhikode, which is primary. The rest, the top level, middle level, can come. We are already 2 years into Kozhikode. So every campus joiners who joined us 2 years back are 2 years experience. So that is not a worry. The worry comes when the expansion comes into the bottom level. And Kozhikode is rich. When it is Malabar, it is too rich on the talent side. Then the second talent which we rely is the partners. Kerala Startup Mission, incubation centers at NIT and IIM. Can't believe I've been across India working for entire my career. The support, the intimacy, and everything happening in Kozhikode, never seen across any other part of India. It's not like a commercial discussions, official discussions going on. It's more like friendly relation. Even though we meet Suhail every day, it's not like he's MD of Nucore or I'm into Tata ELXSI. We meet like friends, we discuss like friends, and that relation builds in Kozhikode. Maybe because why it is happening, because we have worked across India, he has worked, everyone has worked. Mainly I find because there is a unanimity in everyone, that is Kozhikode. That is a one big part. Even it is Malabar Chamber of Commerce, Nucore or Startup Mission, it is Tata ELXSI. Being I born and brought up in Kozhikode, that is one factor which is pulling everyone together. So partner base, we have a strong Startup Mission, and we have an ICT training institute. We are in close touch with everyone where skilling is happening, and we need partners when we grow. Yeah. Today we discuss with Gridstone, we discuss with Nucore, we discuss with Fraston, many organizations. Today it is on the preliminary discussions. But as we grow to, as our Honorable MD told, coming to 2000, definitely we need a number of partners to execute. We cannot do it ourselves. We cannot expand the strength according to our projects. So that is where we started interacting with all the organizations, startups here. Today I don't know where to interact, but definitely when we are into 1,000, 1,500 strengths, every startup, every SMEs, we are going to collaborate and make an impact into a win-win situation for us, for them, and the ecosystem. That for sure.
Okay. Thank you. So, Ameen, yes, so can you tell your experience? You know, you started your company in 2009, okay, and you are in the process of scaling up. You have got a hybrid system. You do some products platforms and services.
Yeah.
Can you tell your experience as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, sure. First of all, I'm just appreciating City 2.0 for organizing is a great event in Calicut because it was a successful event actually. And then actually we started in 2009 in TBI NIT Calicut. Before that, we are actually 5 partners. Before that, we worked in a company in Calicut just for 6 months. And our salary was almost 3,000 on that, 3,000 per month on that time. But we are not getting enough salary because companies struggle to give us the salary. Even 3,000, they don't have much projects and all. So 6 months we look at the progress, and after that we decided to quit the company. And after 6 months, we quit the company and we just thinking what is next. And so we 5 friends, we think about it, and finally we decided to start a company. And we are searching for a good place, and we received that TBA NIT Calicut. So when we talk about the TBA NIT Calicut, actually we are getting very low cost and very supportive system there, infrastructure, and there is no internet. They are charging free of internet. And they are always giving us electricity free, because as a startup it's very important because we don't have enough money to spend. So we are giving funds also we are giving for us, because when we if you want to develop a product, we need fund. We don't have much fund. So TBI is supporting that much level to us. So that is what I am saying is that major role of our company's success in the base thing is TBI. When I started an office in TBA actually. And now actually we are in the struggle stage in the starting. We don't have any project. So initially we got only one project, which is my Wayanad Polytechnic students project. So what we done is that we have to assist the students projects, and it's only 5,000 INR is project cost actually. And then we don't know how to survey, because we need to run the company. Then after that, we started to go to the shops, because we have a billing software and a couple of accounting software we have in hand. With that, actually, we got to shops in Calicut, but no one is accepting us, because they don't know how about the software, how it's working, because it's almost 15 years back actually. So they are not ready to accept us. So. And finally, one restaurant, which is in Focus Mall, is accepted our software. But after they install the software, they are calling us every day, like that problem. So we are in NIT. We need to travel 24 kilometers to the Calicut. So every day we want to travel, but it's difficult actually. So finally, we think that how to survey, how to scale the company. And one of our partners, and Majid, Ghafoor, and Ashok, Pavan, and we all discussed, and finally we decided to go through we found a solution which is called SEO, Search Engine Optimization. And we started to implement search engine optimization in website. And now after 6 months, we understand the growth of the company, because we are getting leads from international. So first customer from international is from United States. So we are just like, wow, and they inquire us. We done the software for them. So we realized that we have an ocean of market in world. So SEO. So what I'm saying is that SEO is the biggest method to approach the global market. So then now we have like 6 countries, we have offices. We delivered almost 3,000 projects all over the world, and we deliver into almost 80 plus countries all over the world. So that's all for my introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, Ameen. So Deepak, so you are a founder of this this product, this platform, which earlier this edutech is something which has been favored by all the investors, okay? But now the thing is not that good, okay? Because I don't want to get into that, okay? So in that scenario, how are you able to, tell us your trade secret of, how you are able to create a sustainable artificial intelligence powered edutech platform, revenue-wise sustainable. So can you enlighten us about your trade secret?
Thank you. First of all, a big congrats and thanks to the whole organizers, City 2.0 and Cafet. And I could meet all my Cafet friends after long. It's a wonderful event. So the way we started is actually, we started in 2011 in a place called Mukam. We are neighbors, IOSS and Nucore. And when we started as normal, the companies, we started working with some other services projects initially, and we launched something called Baptra at that time. So the problem as a startup we identified is like, most of the small and medium sized companies find it very difficult to get entry level talented programmers as freshers straight out from the colleges, because the top cream percentage, 1%, 2% will go to MNCs like, Infosys, Wipro, big shots. And most of the other companies like, whatever we are having in Calicut and nearby areas, we're struggling to get productivity out of this, bottom level, as Mr. Sharath rightly mentioned. So we were trying to fix that problem and helping the companies to hire a good, talented programmers. And Nucore is one of our first customers. And then after all the cafe companies were actually one of our customers. And at a point, we realized that with the mentorship and with advice from seniors and the well-wishers in Calicut, we came to understand that we have to really start working with the very young minds. That's how we started something called CyberScore in 2014. And it was first launched the concept was first presented in a school in Ajman in UAE. And we got that acceptance, the first entry. And we built CyberScore from them, that school, in 2014. It's called Habitat Group of Schools. And in 2022, that school, the students won the Guinness World Record with the coding project. That's the first time in Asia. And 2,803 students from grade 4 onwards developed their own ideas and built their own projects. That many number of websites which won the Guinness World Record. So the point is like when we introduced coding from very lower grades, from grade 1 onwards, and AI at that time, 2018, we started implementing AI in our curriculum, and it's all happening through the kind of cloud-based learning management system. That's our main product. So regarding the sustainability, it is very as like all the startups, all the product is very hard. If a product has to be successful, or would say the implementation has to be fine-tuned. So initially we didn't try to scale up the business or try to acquire more customers. We wanted to make sure that the product is working in a particular school, and then once we have a model, we can replicate to the schools. So at that time, coding was not popular in school levels, because in 2020 only, after the new education policy only, it was introduced by the CBSE itself, mentioned that coding has to be introduced in the school level and AI has to be introduced as a skill subject. Now the market is matured. At that point of time, it was very, very hard for the people to digest that the students will be able to develop something of their own if they learn computer science, not just learning how to use computers. Rather than we focus on, we say that we are transforming the schools children to help them to become the creators of technology, not just the users of technology. So once we have a higher vision, and once we have all the technologies like AI and in place right now, nowadays the market knows about the importance of it, and now a lot of players are coming to the market which will create more awareness. So one thing I would like to say, if you truly believe in your product and the vision, if you have a larger vision, even though the market is not ready, you will have to keep working on it, and then slowly the market will be open for you, not only for you but for all the other stakeholders also. So that you will get that advantage once you start early. So stick on with your vision and go ahead, so that the market will be ready for you, and then the next part is scaling up. So currently we are having 180,000 plus students in our platform learning coding and AI from very lower grades, and it is going to the professional level, in the sense the college level graduates, and finally these people will be working in the industries, like in the companies like Nucore, IOS, the small and medium sized companies. So that's a journey. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Deepak. So just to summarize this discussion, I think what we understand here is that we have got four individuals here, from very rustic background, from completely different background, who have come here and created the foundation of for a very large building, like infrastructure, in terms of technology infrastructure. So, and this is an asset for Calicut, because small companies can grow big and they will be rooted. So there are a lot of interesting companies in Kerala, like for example, how VK Matthews built IBS, from startup, So you guys can all potentially become another VK Matthew. Okay, so let me ask a different question here to Suhail. Suhail, one thing which I have seen with Calicut is that this Calicut, there is a good community here. Like when the earlier cafe days and all. Okay, so you have different meetings where you share. I don't see this sort of thing happening in other parts of Kerala. Okay, so how do you share this sort of camaraderie? Okay, and also you have a habit of sharing the best practices because you learn something, and that sort of cooperation is something which we see in Calicut. So how do you foster that?
That is Kozhikode, basically. And that is the reason why we also got into this level of growth, because CAF has been a great support in the growth journey of Nucore. Because as I mentioned, we started something without much awareness how to handle international customers, how to if you get a chance to handle international customers coming to. So one of the best example how CAFIT helped me was, we had visitors from France, from Amadeus, it's a European company. And they were really impressed about our product in 2009 it is. And they decided, and our company was located in a place called Company Mukku, because this is a translation of mini industrial estate that is near NIT campus. But in Malayalam we have to say that the address of the company is Company Mukku. So even our team members, employees, we don't blame them. Their parents were not happy about the location where they are working. They are working somewhere in the Company Mukku, and if you pay something 5,000 less also, the parents are happy if they are in Cyber Park. That was the concept that time. So from there actually we began. But this company, they didn't bother about where we are located. They came, they spent 2 days with us. During that time, CAFIT was the first supporting hand for me, because I didn't know and European customers are coming, how to handle them. So I still remember Mr. Dulip Sadev, and that founder president of CAFIT. During a CAFIT event itself, he helped. A lot of other companies also contributed their experience. And this kind of experience we get from CAFIT. And this is the difference of CAFIT and any other commercial business organization, because as he mentioned, beyond commercial or transactional relationship, there is no emotional support we can expect much. It's not their problem also, maybe at this stage. So even if there is a competing company in CAFIT, they may share the business. They will not take it as a competitor, and they'll take them, even one company is good in that domain at top level, and one company is getting into that domain, they help each other. This I have seen truly. So that is the beauty of CAFIT and that cultural difference that Kozhikode is giving. And that is the reason why a lot of entrepreneurs are getting faster into this entrepreneurship in Kozhikode. And there need to be more to be added into that cafe. If something more added on the scaling side also on the CAFIT, then Kozhikode itself become a hub of growing companies also. So CAFIT and the ecosystem here. I am sorry that I did not mention about the support we received from TBI before that, because TBI was the first incubator that time set up in this region. And as I mentioned, it is, Islahi mentioned about you didn't have to pay, we had to pay some nominal fee, but they were not chasing us. If we are not paying on the next month, our system will not be, access will not be cut, because we'll give, they extend even to years and years. I know if Preeti is here, she had given, I had cleared areas after a lot of years. That kind of support from campus, then incubator, then these associations here, because in 2016, I was awarded as a Young Entrepreneur Award by CMA, because I know it was not because of full of our performance, but that was an encouragement to the startup community, and that created a lot of enthusiasm in other peer companies also. So the support is super and fantastic from the Calicut.
Thank you, Suhail. Sharath, so you had lived most of your life until now outside Kerala.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. So the thing is, one thing which I heard about Calicut is that it is known as the city of truth. Okay. And other thing is what you call, when I was studying in NIT Calicut in 83 to 88 at that time. So whenever the whole branding of Calicut starts from when you get out of the train, you get in an auto rickshaw, and then no one will bargain with you on the price. You get a fair price on the auto rickshaw. So again, that's the culture of Calicut. So my question to you is that I got one of my friends, Suhail. Not Suhail. Suja, sorry. Okay. So he runs a company there, and one experience, what he says is that whenever he hires people from this area to his company, I mean the North Malabar, the guys, they are very truthful in the work, okay, and they don't jump too much, So that is a feedback. So did you notice such sort of traits when you are scaling up employee? Because this is something which, if this is a factual thing, then this is a branding which you can use for Calicut to attract companies to come here. So what are your thoughts on that?
See, Tata ELXSI is a global organization, and we cannot compare traits based on city to city, because every city grows at different culture and different habitat. But I can say about Kozhikode specifically, not comparing to any other part of India or the globe. What my experience personally heading this center, starting from the scratch, is that the common connect is Kozhikode. Most of the people want to come back to Kozhikode. And they work not only for the organization, but there is an emotion connected to this city, Kozhikode. That is there, not only when we work in Kozhikode. When we used to work in Bangalore or Mumbai, Malabar, it's different vibe. So there's a passion. There was an incident when I was doing my graduation. Some debate was going on. Some debate came on Malabar area. Entire Malabar is stopped the discussion and told, you cannot speak like this, because there's an emotion more than the study happening there. So there is a connection to this city by the people in this city, which is not seen anywhere else. That is there. If someone speaks about Kozhikode, let it be anyone, we are not happy to hear and we will not hear it. That is there. Every employee in Kozhikode has it. And not only in my office, Tata ELXSI office, everyone has that thing. Then that passion is there. Tata ELXSI also, coming to Kozhikode, it was a different experience. It is not like starting up in Bangalore or Trivandrum, where we have started up many organizations. I have personally worked. The thing is that there you go, hire a space in any of the bigger cyber park, you have everything, you have to just sign up the contracts and get the services. The model of operation is completely different here. We are in a tier 2, here everything works on a cooperative society style, where emotions work more than the professional things. Let it be our personal experience. Before constructing our own office in the 6th floor, we had space issues. We were growing faster than we expected. Kozhikode is the first tender of Tata ELXSI which reached 100 within a year. And we reached 200 within 2 years. 1.5 years we completed 200. The support, whenever we didn't have the space because our office were under construction, UL Cyber Park, especially USCCS, they found out-of-the-box solution to give us spaces. They never had the space, but they found somewhere to accommodate that and help us. Then during construction, we had numerous issues. Let it be legal, technical, infra issues. We just give a rank to Mahbub sir or Nitin Kamat sir. Then I have personally have to tell one experience that we had a civil problem when constructing our office. We rang Mahbub sir. Within 5 minutes, I got call from the Arun sir, Landmarks leader. And his entire team came to our office just to guide us. And the follow-up happened till the time it closed. This never happens in any other cities. Okay. This never happens. I have to say that.
Thank you.
That is about Kozhikode, I have to say.
Okay. Thank you for your emotional discussion about that, description. So now, Ameen, I have one question to you. That is, how can ecosystem players like City, Cafit, etc., they influence creation of more success stories in Calicut?
Sorry, once again, sir.
Yeah, my question is that you got a lot of organizations like Cities, one, and then your Cafit was there, and so there are multiple things, So how does those organizations, help you in your entrepreneurship journey in Calicut?
Actually, we are a part of Cafit actually. So one of my partner, Gafur, is the Cafit president actually. Okay. So when we are, as Suhail said, when we were in Company Muku, we are also near that place. So we don't know this kind of organization. We know nothing about it because, we are just simply sitting, we are just working and just going that way, that's all. And at that time, actually, almost, I think, 15 years back, this cafe is organized. So one of the guy from cafe came to us and he just convinced us. But we don't know, we want to join. They're asking about you have to pay like 5,000 per year. But we don't know how to pay 5,000 per year. So we just said that no, we will come again later, something like that. And the guy is convinced that, and then we just joined with the cafe and we just ready to pay the money. Then we will understand that after join only we understand that there will be a lot of support. We will get share the work together, and like as Suhail said, when foreigners came into India, what is the formalities? Because we are getting clients from foreigners, they are coming to our office also, but we don't know what is the formalities and what are the things we have to do. So they are coming to us, and also we can just attend the events. Cafe is organizing a lot of events, so it's a chance to get good projects from Cafe, because every cafe companies are just like a bond actually, not like an official. It's like everyone like friends. So we can just simply open and discuss everything with the cafe members. So whatever work is coming to us, so they will share with us, and that is the one point about the cafe. And in the IT industry now, even in the KTX Global also, I think the major portion is organized by Cafe. Cafe is put a lot of pressures to get this much crowd into this KTX Global Wave actually. So the marketing team also from the Cafe. So their effort is really appreciable. So based on that effort, I think the KTX is just become successful because of the Cafe effort mainly, I think. That's about the Cafe actually.
Thank you. So question to you, Deepak. So you have got a lot of leaders of Calicut present in this discussion now. Okay. So what will be your perspective, or what are the things you want better in Calicut so that you can scale up and flourish your business?
Yeah. So one thing I would say is, like, we have especially in Cafe itself, we have a lot of experienced people, and those who can really guide you in getting into one stage. Okay. And so like Suhail and all mentioned, we have some of the successful product companies from Cafe itself, and they are very much open to guide you, help you, set your target. I remember we had some discussions, we had some sessions organized by the Cafe members itself, and booking a resort in Wayanad, and going for 2 days complete brainstorming, setting up new targets, how to reach to that position and all. So we already have something in that space, and also I remember we organized some of the sessions in Cafe. We invited some of the successful persons, like I think Sujaz also once he came to Calicut, and we spent a whole day sitting in a restaurant talking like this, each other, not in official manner, completely based on a casual discussions on how to take this company to the next level. So what I would see is, like, we need more active engagements like that. For example, to how to build a 50 crore company, how to cross 50 crore company, or 100 crores. Setting that benchmarks would be the next thing what we really need, because an ecosystem like Cafe or City, who is all the stakeholders here, we truly have the potential to grow beyond what we have right now. And so once that kind of events are happening on a regular basis, maybe we will be having billion-dollar companies generating from the Calicut itself. We do have that potential. We do have that domain expertise. The only thing is to get into that kind of range, not just sit in the in this locality only. And I would encourage everyone to travel across the world. To gain to set more targets for their company and vision. So once we are interacting only from here, our thinking will be limited. But we have experienced people who have traveled across the world and who has gone to the next level. We want to encourage, we want to invite them and engage more to get into the newer heights. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Deepak. So I have one question to all of you guys, okay, and then you can answer it shortly, okay. So the question is that, so when I relocated from US in 2006, okay, so I used to get a lot of, and ran a relatively successful enterprise in India, Okay, so I used to have questions from many people who are relocating to, you know, how did you make this successful? Because one of the things which I had seen is that most of the people, they go back complaining about India, saying that, you know, India, nothing will happen. Okay, but I am one of the few, you know, people who tried this, and then I am still here. So the question to you guys is like this. So you have got a very hardcore experience in Calicut. Okay, so what will be your advice to aspiring entrepreneurs, you know, who wants to do something in Calicut? You know, what are the do's and what are the don'ts? Suhail, you can start.
My advice to entrepreneurs is that, you know, growth or something, getting successful and then getting into a growth is something of a personal choice of the entrepreneurs, first of all. But now you have to realize that Calicut is also equally have that potential of growing into any level which you dream, because all the ecosystem, everything we have. So utilizing this ecosystem, whether you want to utilize it in the right way, that is one thing which you have to clearly think and utilize, because a lot of effort has been put there over the last 15 years in making Calicut also as an ecosystem, and a lot of institutions, associations, everywhere we have support. During our earlier stage, we didn't have that much support in this way. We didn't have, because the only support we had was NASCOM events. So going for NASCOM event was a learning always. Then monthly or quarterly CAFET meetings was another good thing all the entrepreneurs here were getting. And that itself had a limited thing. But now a lot of events, a lot of support system, a lot of funding, everything is there. So now there is a complete opportunity and facilities for somebody who want to get into entrepreneurship to get successful. Only thing is that utilize in the right way, because we'll have to think focused about, there are different companies in their different scale who has already grown, different domain they have been chosen. So based on your needs and your aspirations, you have to pick and choose where to go, whom to go. And CAFET and other organizations like GTech or CMA, whatever, they have to, or city collectively have to set up a growth lab in Kozhikode also, because growth lab in the sense, we used to get real experience from successful companies in CAFET as well as from GTech and from many other successful. They used to come and sit with us monthly once, a full day, which was a complete, it's not like an official event. When it's an unofficial event, all the successful leaders, they will start revealing all their secrets, and that will be really helpful, and we can ask the question very openly. And that was helping. So that is one example of growth lab which I wanted to be in Kozhikode. Second is a pressure has to be created across the Calicut companies, sorry about mentioning always Calicut companies, to get into the next level. Because I know, including myself, we are the victim of a personal choice of not to grow. Or we are not pressured into that level. But if we go to any event in Cochin or Trivandrum, we start thinking about, no, this is not the way we have to go. So that kind of pressure we have to create here. For now we have, thankfully, larger companies are here, a lot of different exposures we are getting. And of course, we were afraid of when large companies are coming on one side, our employees, because Nucore is one of the best feeder for many Python-based companies in Bangalore. We will take them, we'll build them in 1.5 years, they'll be getting very good exposure in a product life cycle. And I still remember, then we decided that we have to live with that. And that's why we are not complaining about lack of experienced talents in Calicut. We are used to work with freshers, and team is very cooperative. We have built altogether a different culture itself. So what I'm saying is that growth lab has to be there, which should pressure the small companies also get into the growth, that orbit, and get to, naturally they will grow. So such a advice to the budding entrepreneurs is that utilize this. A lot of things which has been already done by many visionaries and many thought leaders in the region. There are a lot. If you have any doubt, please reach out to me. I will help you to identify the right person. If I am saying, if you are not clear about my advice. Thank you.
Thank you, Suhail. So, Sharath, please be short.
Yeah, from the employer or MNC perspective, one thing is that what we did is that keeping our core policies and compliances in place, Tata compliances in place, we tweaked our operational policies according to the city, because we cannot run an MNC in Bangalore or Trivandrum in Kozhikode, because the culture, the interactions are different from a tier where majorly it is into contracts, here it is mainly into emotions. So here it runs on the cooperative. The company has to understand that how it works in the city, that is very important. Here more than contracts, emotions works in this city. So we have to connect the city in that manner. That is on the employee side. Coming to the employee side, of course the growth happens when, like India did in 91, you cannot restrict and grow. It has to be inclusivity. Okay. Otherwise what happens is that it will be extension of colleges. Employees comes and 4 or 5 years they cannot see the flyers. They move away into Trivandrum, Bangalore, Chicago, wherever they want. So we have to build all this city into our city. Okay. Inclusivity is the major factor which employers have to look at to the employees, because employee cannot decide the facts, because employees are who works for all these organizations. Let it be startup, incubation, SMEs, MNC. Employees decide the growth of the organization. So the focus and center must be on the employees and their inclusivity, their comfort zone, which decide the success factor for any organization. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Please.
Yeah, I think in my point of view, who want to bring back to Calicut or into native place, we can showcase them CAFET companies, because you can see a lot of successful companies in CAFET. And you can use the advantages of the Calicut. Even you can just produce low cost product from here, and you can market globally through digital marketing, that kind of steps. So we can just basically showcase our CAFET companies, and we can just explain the things about that. And about the what I will say, in the Calicut actually you can just you will get the cheapest rental area, and you will get also the salary, low cost salary in Calicut. So basically we can produce a good product with less cost in Calicut, and we can go globally market that. So we can also build like when people from abroad, when they see into the building is like they don't know the city is Calicut or Bangalore. So we can just build just like Bangalore. Bangalore is high billing actually, but the production cost in Bangalore is high. So they can just build, the Calicut companies can build just like Bangalore city, but the production cost is very less. So it's get more benefit from the Calicut advantages. Okay.
Thank you, Ameen. Short and sweet.
So I would say leverage the resources what we have, especially for the startup companies who are planning to. So one thing what we did is like, we were active in our initial stage, we were active in CAFET, we were a member of GTEC, then NASCOM. So we never know how people can actually help you, right? So get that connection and talk to them is the best thing you can do. Maximum, leverage the resources what you have. And the other point is like, you don't need to have a big office and anything. The one mistake we did, even my founder partners said that about it. You don't need to have a beautiful office in the initial days. Okay, don't look for that. Now we have plug and play solutions. Getting a company registered and starting the operations is not a challenge. So instead of looking for that, high ambience and all those things, get straight into what you believe in it and start interacting with the mentors, and they can actually help you to go faster. So, yeah, that's it.
Thank you. So I think we have got time for maybe 1 or 1.5 questions.
This is to Sharath. You mentioned that Calicut is a hub of talents. My question is regarding how...
Sorry, hub of?
Talent.
Yeah.
Lot of, too much talents. My question is regarding how you are going to cope up with the reverse diaspora. A lot of people, Calicut is a diaspora hub also. How you are going to deal with the oncoming reverse diaspora? And another problem is the Calicut collector in the morning said that there are a lot of space crunch issues in Calicut. What about raising vertical startups, vertical buildings for startups in the city? So space crunch issue can be solved by raising vertical startups. What is your take on it?
Reverse thing is happening. Definitely, people. If I understood you correctly, the question is that the people want to come back to Kozhikode, and
Exactly.
it's again typical. We discussed Kamath sir, Mahbub sir. We discussed a number. It's again chicken problem because we are facing this problem. Collector is absolutely right because we currently put an hold on our expansion because of this thing. But it's a startup problem because this won't be there after 5 years. It's again chicken problem which has to come first. It's a matter of time. Now the demand is there. I need a space because my Honorable MD yesterday told we will be 2,000 in 3 to 4 years. We are standing at 300 today. I need space for 1,700 in 3 years. So demand has been put up into Kozhikode city. Now the institute like Malabar Chamber of Commerce has to work and come up with the infrastructure. They are already doing. Both the cyber parks are coming up with the the plan to build up vertical things. And it will come. It's a matter of 4 to 5 years. This city will hold, Tata ELXSI will be the first MNC, and you are going to see the bigger MNCs coming to Kozhikode very soon because of the culture. Trust me, the culture is what bringing here. I have to tell one example of that, if time permits. NIT, we have a lab collaboration on EV. Okay. That was not of the demand of technology. That was the demand of the relation we maintained with the NIT. The lab was not forced one. Okay. We had a beautiful relation with NIT. We wanted to bond it. We wanted to do something so that the relation can be more bonded. Because of the relation, we built the EV lab. Okay. So this city has that. Tomorrow also if Infosys or any big players, multi-players more than Tata ELXSI comes to here, I am sure the institute like MCC and other people will find out a way. We had a problem. It was UL. We didn't have a seat. Suhail no seat.
Sir, what about the space crunch?
Exactly.
Could be get rid of by virtually set of spaces.
Virtually set up is the only solution to it. You cannot flat it up. Okay. So the vertical connections has to come. Okay. Temporarily, there are two-way answers to it. One is temporary solutions. Temporary solution is out-of-box solution, which is not traditional way. Okay. We had that experience with UL. They never had a space. They cut out their space and gave us for a rent. That is temporary solution. Okay. By the time they had a permanent solution, they and UL Cyber Park, along with the Sahya and other builder associations like Kredai and everyone coming up with the plans to build up more. That is permanent solution. Okay. Okay. Temporary is in place. Permanent will come in 3 to 4 years, I hope. Yeah, Kamath sir.
Thank you.
Okay. One more question, please.
Kamath sir wanted to add if...
As a part of KTX, couple of months back we started the initiative to talk to builders for setting up the additional space in Government Cyber Park, and most probably 10 lakh square feet of space will be planned and committed within next maybe a week's time once all the details are through. So the space is not an issue. We are already looked into it much before this program is set, and even UL also is planning for more space, and that is it's taken. Thank you.
The big thing is which city gives. One more point. We had a flight connectivity issue with Trivandrum and Bangalore. Our business was stuck. Which city supports to get a flight connectivity for us? These gentlemen, they did for us. Now there are 3 flights to Bangalore, 1 flight to Trivandrum, all thanks to the associations here, Malabar Chamber of Commerce and team. Thank you so much. That helped us in business.
Yeah, I think one gentleman has a question somewhere there. Can you raise a hand? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Said Sameer. I'm a student of International Relations. I'm doing PhD. So this is my first experience. This is a simple question. I mean, as you have mentioned about Calicut as an emerging technological hub. So my question is as simple. Is there a two Calicut that is actually emerging? One on the front, which is very traditional, which is literature point of view, where you have literature festival happening. On the other side, do you have another Calicut which is in a different pace when you look at the highlight mall side and also. So is there two different Calicut that is actually emerging? If so, how, as you people from technology, the background of technology or entrepreneurship, how are you trying to build the bridge between these two Calicuts? As I could really see that two different Calicut is actually emerging. So is there a way that you're actually thinking to bridge that gap between a Calicut which is traditionally, culturally, socially rich, and a technology-based, fast-paced Calicut that is emerging on the other side. So anybody can attend that question. I'm a student of social science, that's why. Thank you.
I will just answer with my personal experience. It's one person in dual split personality. One thing is that my son itself at our home, Kozhikode, we speak Malayalam. My son speaks Malayalam. I read 2 hours of Malayalam novels every day. And I go for KLF and everything. My son reads Malayalam and we speak only Malayalam. But at the same time, when we go to corporate, we have to speak English. So the same person who reads 2 hours of Malayalam novels, every day I read 2 hours of Malayalam novels only. But that never means we are not going to the MNC. We are switching ourselves. Corporate world demands a global platform. We speak English only. We speak management languages. But I am the same person who reads 2 hours of novel, and I am the same person who goes to highlight and have a social networking dinners, which is a requirement for my daily life. That is how I am personally managing. That is my personal experience.
The aim of such kind of program is to elevate the city by bringing in much more job opportunities, which pays much more than the traditional, the income sources. And that's why we are trying to promote technology industry in Calicut, trying to look at youngsters getting better job opportunities. As of now, target is maybe within 2 years to, maybe bring double from 10,000 to 20,000. And over 5 years, we would like to take it to, 1 lakh jobs. That is the tradition. And this will actually bring in kind of development in every sphere. And tradition doesn't have anything to do with this. We have the advantage of great skilled, women power here who would like to work right in Calicut. That's one advantage for Calicut. The only thing is we have to create the infrastructure required. As you said, we talked about IT infrastructure. Along with that, we need to have social other infrastructure coming up in Calicut so that youngsters who are working in the other metros will say, okay, we'd like to be in Calicut with all these facilities coming up. What Calicut is about 5 years back is not Calicut now. And what Calicut is going to be within the next 5 years not going to be like this. And we would like to bring in a lot more infrastructure which will create a lot of entertainment, social uplifting of the lifestyle. All this has to happen and still take the advantage of being traditionally rich, with cultural rich and traditional rich place. That's our challenge.
Thank you, Nitin. I think we are almost on time. The thing is, so just to summarize, I think we have a group of people from different backgrounds, who have made themselves great in their own right, and they are the foundation of Calicut. And also, I'd like to thank the team here for organizing such a wonderful program here. I think maybe I'm seeing this for the first time in Calicut. So, wish you guys all the very best. Thank you.